Fanfic Corner, presented by Jennifer. Jungle Cubs. The old ruined temple, once quiet, was now a bustle of activity. Now 6 cubs, 2 panthers, 2 tigers, and 2 bears called it home. Not long after their adventure in the Pride Lands, Bagheera, Baloo, and Shere Khan returned to the jungle with their new friend and Bagheera's new mate, Sheena, and Shere Khan had taken a beautiful tigress named Mahal as his mate, while Baloo had taken a she-bear named Rebecca as his mate. Now, with the passing of the monsoon season, cubs had been born to the 3 couples. Bagheera and Sheena named their son and daughter Quatermain and Janera. Shere Khan and Mahal named their son and daughter Roo and Lily. And Baloo and Becky named their son and daughter Kit and Molly. Other changes had been made. Inspired by the rule of King Simba, Shere Khan had changed how he ruled the jungle, choosing to work with the different groups of animals that lived there. Also, inspired by the Lion Guard, Shere Khan, Bagheera, and Baloo had started their own group to protect the jungle. They called it the Jungle Guard. Shere Khan led it and was known as the fiercest. Bagheera was dubbed the bravest, and Baloo was dubbed the strongest. Knowing they needed 2 more members, they had asked Mowgli's brother Grey Wolf and the mongoose Rikki Tikki to join them as well. Grey Wolf, because of his tracking abilities, was dubbed the keenest tracker, while Rikki Tikki, because of his speed, was dubbed the fastest. "Can't catch me!" Jarana laughed as the cubs raced around the ruins. "You can't escape, Jarana," Quatermain said as he pounced on his sister. The 2 panther cubs laughed as they rolled across the floor, tumbling into their father. "And what are you 2 up to?" Bagheera asked. "Hi, Dad," Quatermain said. "Just playing." The little cub got to his paws and looked at the tiger paw print on his father's left shoulder. It indicated that Bagheera was a part of the Jungle Guard. "Just be careful. And, Quatermain, play nice with your sister," Bagheera said. "Where are you going, Dad?" "Out on patrol with the rest of the guard." Can we come too?" Quatermain asked as Kit and Roo ran up to them. "No, son," Bagheera said. "You boys stay here and look after your sisters and mothers." "But, Dad," Quatermain said. "No buts. Listen to your mother, play nice with your sister, and stay out of trouble." The boys looked at their sisters, a little mad they had to stay home and play with them instead of going with their dads. "What was that about?" Shere Khan asked when Bagheera joined them. "The boys wanted to come with us on patrol. I told them they had to stay here and protect their mothers and sisters," Bagheera said. "Sorry I'm late," Grey Wolf said. Delilah needed help with the pups. A small Grey Wolf cub came up beside Grey Wolf. Where are we, Dad? The pup asked. At the temple, where Baloo, Bagheera, and Shere Khan live with their families, Akela, Grey Wolf said. He looked at the others. I hope you don't mind, but I brought Akela to meet the other cubs. The little wolf looked at the bear and 2 jungle cats. He had never seen any living animal other than a wolf. He had heard stories of how Shere Khan used to rule the jungle, but Akela only knew him as the one who started the jungle guard. He wanted so much to be on the guard as the keenest tracker, just like his father. I thought you were going on patrol, came a voice. Sheena walked up to them, followed by a white female tiger. Akela knew who they were. Sheena was Bagheera's mate, and the white tiger was Shere Khan's mate, Mahal. We were just about to. Can you take Akela back to the temple? Shere Khan asked. I'll pick him up after the patrol, Grey Wolf said. Of course, Mala said. Come along, little wolf pup. Our cubs can't wait to meet you. Akela looked back at his dad as he left on patrol with the other members of the jungle guard. Following the 2 female cats, he soon discovered he wasn't the only visitor. 2 young mongooses were also there. Rikki Tikki's son, Poto, and daughter, Kodo. Quick on his paws like his father, there was little doubt that Poto would be the fastest member of the next jungle guard. Akela was also positive that Roo and Kit would also be on the guard, taking their father's places as when the time came. The one that was up in the air was who would take Bagheera's place. Quartermain wanted the position, but he was more reckless brave, while Yerna, the more cautious of the 2, wouldn't back down from anyone, except man. Everyone, Mahal said, this is Akela, Grey Wolf's son. The cubs all turned to look at the wolf pup. Akela suddenly felt nervous. He had never had so many eyes on him outside of the pack. He didn't even know why they were looking at him. After all, their fathers were all members of the jungle guard, just like his dad was, so it was not like he was anything special. Roo came up to him, and the wolf pup and tiger cub sniffed each other. Hi, I'm Roo. Your mom's the leader of the wolf pack, right? Akela nodded, not sure if it was a good thing or not. That's so cool, Quartermain said. Mom and Dad told us about Kiara. Have you heard about her? She's going to be the next ruler of the Pride Lands. Akela just stared. He had no idea who this Kiara was or where these Pride Lands were. He did remember his parents telling him that Bagheera mentioned her before his Uncle Cain left the pack. Who exactly is Kiara? Akela asked. She's Simba's daughter, Quartermain said. She's a lioness, Sheena said. A great cat living in a place far from here called Africa. Akela couldn't believe what he was hearing. He never heard of any great cats outside of tigers and panthers, and there was no place other than the jungle. However, his parents did tell him and his litter mates that Sheena had come from outside the jungle. Mom, can we go play? Roo asked. It's all right with me, Mahal said. The boys started to shout and run off. As long as your sisters go with you, the tigress finished. Aw, Mom, Roo said. Roo, either you boys take your sisters with you, or you can play here at the temple. Fine. The cubs left the temple, the boys reluctantly letting their sisters come with them. Let's play hide and seek, Jenna said. With any luck, we can ditch him, Roo said. You count first, Kit, Molly said. I went first last time, her brother said. I'll go first, Akela said. It'll help me with my tracking skills. The wolf pup covered his eyes with his forepaws and began to count while the others went to hide. They knew to keep the runes in sight so that their mothers would know where they are. They also knew to listen for when their moms called them. Quartermain, Jarna, Kodo, and Poto scurried up a nearby tree while Kit, Molly, Roo, and Lily went looking for places to hide on the ground. 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come, Akela said. The wolf pup sniffed around looking for a scent. What are you doing? Someone asked. Akela looked up and saw a young elephant. Looking for my friends? Akela said. Did you lose them? No, we're playing hide and seek. I love hide and seek. My friends and I play all the time. Friends? Without warning, his friends ran from their hiding spots. A young orangutan and a young python watching them. Who are you? Roo asked, seeing the elephant. My name's Happy Jr., but everyone calls me Junior, the elephant said. These are my friends, Louise and Kaya. Who are you? Kaya asked the two mongooses. Looking at the two mongooses. Their names are Kodo and Poto, Akela said. This is Kid and Molly, Roo and Lily, and Quartermain and Jarena. And my name's Akela. Our dads are on the Jungle Guard, Roo said. The Jungle Guard? We know about them, Louisa said. Our dads told us that if we're ever in any trouble, to call the guard, Kaya said. The friends looked at each other. They knew Shere Khan had started the guard before the last monsoon season, but they didn't know it had spread this far. So you know our dads? Poto asked. Of course, Junior said. All the animals in the jungle know about them. The friends didn't know what to think. They wondered if their parents knew about this. There were a lot of questions that the friends had, but one seemed more pressing. Who are your dads? Poto asked. My dad's Colonel Hathi, Junior said. My dad's King Louis, Louise said. My dad's Kaya said, not even bothered that her dad didn't have a title. The other cubs looked at each other. They knew who Ka, Colonel Hathi, and King Louis were. In fact, Baloo, Bagheera, and Shere Khan had grown up with them. Where are your dads? Quartermain asked. Around, Louisa said. For Ka and King Louis, that was probably true. But the friends were sure that Colonel Hathi wasn't around, as they would have seen a full-grown male elephant. However, they were a little apprehensive. Ka and King Louis didn't have the best reputations. But Shere Khan's reputation before the Jungle Guard wasn't good either. Perhaps they shouldn't judge right away. Well, Roo said, if you three aren't otherwise engaged, let's play. The cubs laughed as they pounced on each other. A game of chase soon ensued. Not far away, their fathers watched them. A new generation was starting in the jungle, and this one would be even better than the last. Okay, before I sign off, I just want to touch on one thing, and that is if you have any fanfics or short stories you would like me to read for Fanfic Corner, feel free to submit them at either my Tumblr account, my Facebook page, or my Facebook group. I will have the link for all three in the description section. A couple of things to keep in mind, though. First off, please be sure to include your name, and if you're submitting something that was written by someone else, the name of the author. I need to be able to credit someone or I won't do a reading. Please try to keep them short. If I do read I like to keep these videos between 15 and 20 minutes. But if I do read something that I like and it is long, I will break it up into parts. Please keep them clean and appropriate. I will clean up and or gloss over parts and words that are inappropriate for children and sensitive audiences, or at least that I feel are inappropriate for children and sensitive audiences. But if there is too much, I just won't do a reading. If it is a holiday or seasonal fanfic or short story, please submit 2 months in advance. This is basically just so I can get it out on time. And if it is a holiday fanfic or short story, please be sure to include the name and date of the holiday. Again, it's just to make sure I get it out within a month of the holiday. Finally, please be honest. If I find out that someone has submitted something without the author's consent and they're taking credit for it as their own work, I will not only remove all corresponding videos, but I will no longer accept any fanfics or short stories from the sender.